welcome back to another episode at our property. We're rebuilding our flood-affected home with a complete 2-story addition after a major flood event over 12 months ago. In the last episode, the builders kicked off phase 1 of the upstairs extension, getting the foundations in, tearing part of the roof off and building the floor system, all whilst battling constant torrential rain. In this episode, they pushed through some of the worst weather we've seen yet, continuing the floor system, roughing in the plumbing and electrical, starting the wall frames, and getting everything ready for a brand new roof. For the first time, the upstairs extension really starts to look like a house. But between the weather, delays, and a few unexpected problems, getting there won't be easy.
I think it's time we lifted the curse.
Proudly supported by Opus, Ultimate 9, Superior Engineering, GME, Adventure Kings, Outback Tourer, and in part by we're back again, second of this upbuild house reno episodes. Since the last one ended and they got a heap of that floor system done, tarped it all up because we had horrendous weather coming. Well, that came. We're up to about day 3 now of just very wet rain. The boys have still been battling it out. I haven't filmed anything. They've just been in under the tarps trying to get all the small, finer bits done that they can. So next week we got some sun coming. They can rip it all off, let it sort of dry out what's got wet under there, and then build on top of it. But I've just done stuff like, see out there, I finished off this edge, so that's all nice. And just been, going through, getting what they can done in under here. She's pretty wet in the house. They obviously got all the tarps up, but it's still managed to sort of drip and make its way through in various spots. Anyways, just waiting for a crane to arrive, which is going to crane one of those big steel beams out between these 2 veranda poles here, so they can get that up and then start boxing in this veranda. So the crane arrived. It's currently just flooding, so maybe if it stops torrential raining, they'll be able to make something happen. Up over the house we go in the pouring rain. Here she comes. Come down. Gotta go to the right. Got that big beam up with the crane. That's all the boys are doing for today. It's absolutely torrential rain. It's Friday, so weather should clear up over the weekend. We'll see you Monday for some sunshine. Fingers crossed. It's early Monday morning. We are back. The sun is shining. The weather is absolutely beautiful. First time in weeks. They are just stripping the roof back further. They're pulling some tiles off, and they'll do the usual, if you saw the last episode, tiles off, all the roof trusses system out, and then start building the new floor system through. So they're just working their way right through to where the 2-story build is going, and then they'll stop there and leave the remainder of the roof on to cover it, because nothing's really happening down there. They'll just get covered in the new roof when it comes to it. To get rid of the tiles, they're just thrown into a truck, and then commonly they take them out to a property or someone who is looking for some road base. Once you smash them all up, concrete roof tiles do make a pretty good road base when making a driveway. That's as far as they're stripping back, just through to that line there, and that's going to be the entire second floor extension up to that point. So from there on, that'll just be like remain as is, but obviously get a whole new roof over it. Now, because there's an existing roof and fully finished rooms underneath where they are building, it makes things a fair bit more complicated and honestly a bit painful. They can't just rip all the roof trusses off and start building the new floor system, because those roof trusses are what's holding the roof up over the existing house below. Instead, they need to build the new floor system into and around the existing roof trusses first, then tie the roof structure into that new floor system before they can start cutting sections of the roof trusses out. The bottom sections stay in place though, as they're still needed to support the ceilings and roof structures underneath. If you're wondering why some of the joists are cut, creating lower sections of the floor system, that is for the upstairs ensuite and powder room. This allows them to build the proper wet room floor systems with tiles, slopes, etc., and it will finish at the same height as the rest of the floor system, so you aren't stepping up into the bathrooms. Next up, it was time to start covering some of the floor system they finished last week with a special waterproof wrap now it had dried out. I also know I'm using the word floor system a hell of a lot. The purpose of the wrap is to simply seal that layer off so water can't leak through to underneath and they don't have to keep covering it up with tarps every night for rain or dew. With a wrap on, they could cover up the remainder with tarps, and that was another day done.
Mary is my best friend. She makes me my tea. She lets me stay around her place when there's nowhere else to be. There's nothing in
Fresh day on the build. The plan today was to just keep going with the floor system that makes up the main bedroom, walk-in robe, ensuite and powder room upstairs. As all the joists were starting to get laid and the roof trusses nailed to them, they could start cutting off all the top sections of the roof trusses, leaving a flat surface to lay your new floor system, but keep the downstairs roof connected. At the same time, the plumbers were beginning the drainage work for upstairs. This needed to get done now before the floor went over that powder room and ensuite, as once it does, there would be no access into that cavity without pulling the downstairs roof down.
Oh, that's nice and snug, eh? Hey now! Hey now!
All the trusses were cut down, the builders could get in the few remaining joists, and the plumbers were starting to make some good progress on the drainage. Next step, before they start laying the floorboards, is to make sure everything is flat and surfaces are even, shaving back any high spots.
Not really, yeah, it just did it.
Next up is to fill the cavity with insulation, as same idea as the plumbing. Once the floorboards go down, there will be no access to this space anymore. There's only about 150 millimeters between bottom of joist and the downstairs roof. With the insulation in, the builders could start laying some of the floorboards down. They won't be able to do the ensuite and powder room yet, as the plumbers were still going, and the plumbing work does need to get inspected by council before the builders close it off.
Right?
So when we're doing that, because it's the standard.
New sunny day. These winter mornings are absolutely freezing, but at least we got the sunny weather. The plumbers will be back this morning to finish off a little bit up there, and then because that has to all get inspected by council, that inspection is this afternoon. So the builder's sort of stuck a bit at the moment up there waiting for the plumbers to finish and then the inspection to happen. Then they can finish flooring and putting that waterproof sheeting plastic wrap all over it, and then they'll be able to start building up the frames. So while they're waiting for that to happen, hopefully after lunch, they're going to go on with the veranda this morning. So they're going to start laying the joists out. From that steel beam there across to here is where our big veranda is going to go.
Yeah, I got a long. Just go down 40 and up 40.
I've got big fences, guys, or mully heaps in the drawer.
The Beals are making some good progress with that veranda around the other side there. The plumbers have just finished up. The inspector's been, he's ticked it all off. He's happy with it. We'll go up this roof and have a little look over what they've done. Are you keen for the upstairs life?
Yep.
When we're upstairs, you can like look out and just imagine this is where we'll be standing and this will be our view, minus the construction scaffolding. So up here where we're standing, this will be our big kitchen through here. Obviously you got the veranda there, that'll be living room. That'll be dining room, actually reverse, dining room, living room. Where that tarp is will be like the study. And then this whole area, that'll be master bedroom through that. That'll be a powder room. That'll be an ensuite. That'll be the walk-in wardrobe down past it. And this is all just a big kitchen through here. You've got a butler's pantry in that area there, which that waste there is for the kitchen sink, which is in the butler's pantry. And then this is all your plumbing waste done. So like that'll be powder room, toilet waste, that'll be your powder room sink waste, that'll be floor waste in the powder room, there'll be shower drain in the ensuite, toilet waste in the ensuite, floor waste in the ensuite. That'll be your vent for your toilet, and that'll be your hand basin in the ensuite. And then those two pipes there are your hot and cold, where they've teed into the copper, so that'll come up through your wall there. And then once the frame goes up, Dad and I will be doing the rest of the plumbing from here. We'll be able to continue this copper work to rough in the ensuite, the powder room, and the kitchen area. So you're wondering why the floor there is different. That's just some cheap plyboard they've put there. That's where the stairs are going to come up, so that'll get pulled back out when they get to that point. But they just wanted to put it there, so once they fill this into Savo 2, they can just wrap the whole thing, and then it's all waterproof. And then these are all the frames they've started loading up here for the upstairs, which will potentially start tomorrow or Monday next week, because today's Thursday. So the plan this Savo will be finished the veranda joist. Fill in all this, now it's done and inspected, and then wrap all of this. All that drainage too out of those rooms just runs out through the side here. They obviously had to slope it all, slope down, and then down this stack work here, which then later on will send into the ground and cut into your sewer, which is just there. So like all this was sort of done this side of the house with the intent that it's very close, easy to access the sewer, to make all these jobs, you know, flow smoothly. If you're wondering too, hey, your dad's a plumber, why aren't you and your dad doing that drainage? Well, Dad's pretty flat out at the moment, and he doesn't really deal with that 2-story stack work down drainage very much, so he thought he'd just leave that to the guys that always do that sort of stuff. So Dane's got the Madden Brothers plumbers, who he always works with to do these types of jobs, so we just let them sort it out, and then we'll continue on with the rest of the plumbing from here. So with the plumbing all done, the boys could finish the floor system in those wet rooms. Being they are wet rooms, they use a fibre cement flooring, which is moisture resistant. It's a little bit of a slower process, as each sheet has to be cut out to match where the drainage pipes are.
Whoopsie, left it on the roof.
It's another day of the house build. The plan today is the builders are just finishing off wrapping the rest of that floor system that they didn't get to yesterday afternoon. Then they're going to start measuring, marking out where all the frames are going to go, and actually starting framing up. And we've also got the scaffolders back here too, because they need to keep going with the scaffolding, get it up higher and all around where that 2-story build's going to go, just because doing framing today, which is Friday, and then next week keep going with the framing, get the roof trusses on. Bloody kangaroo coming towards me here. He's off. Roof trusses and then windows, so like by the end of next week we're going to have a whole 2-story looking house there nearly.
By the other end, click that.
With the walls marked, they could start laying some wood down and shaping the rooms up, giving us the first look at the upstairs floor layout.
No site needed.
Next up, the builders assemble the walls on the ground, and then once they are done, they stand them up and nail them in.
That's when you...
So that's the first of the upstairs frame / walls starting to go up. Very exciting to see. So I'm gonna have a break from filming for the next couple of hours. Demi and I are going into town to have a look at some shops, like kitchen shops, flooring shops. Demi's been doing intensive research for weeks now, trying to like pick the colors, design the layout, all that for upstairs, like all of this stuff going on behind the scenes. So we'll go and have fun with a 4-year-old at shops and try and do designs. Yay. First stop, Concept Kitchens. What do you think, Zeffie? Some nice kitchens? Which one do you want?
This one.
All going to be the same price. You can do a timber grain.
How's the kitchen shop?
I got some samples.
What'd you choose?
I can't tell you, it's a secret.
How come?
'Cause
You want to show them what kitchen colours you chose? Red and yellow kitchen. So now we got some kitchen colours and ideas. We're going to go to the flooring shop and try and match up some flooring with it, because upstairs we're doing what? Vinyl flooring?
Well, vinyl flooring is what they have on the quote.
But you don't want that.
Well, I don't know, that's what I'm saying.
So next stop is over there at Choices Flooring.
Because Ultimate Flooring closed half an hour early, so like...
So they missed
people are
out,
so sad.
missed out on a potential customer.
Let's go down before the store and leave out there.
How'd you go at the flooring place?
Everything's too hard.
We give up already. Back from the kitchen and flooring shops, we did also go to the Good Guys as well, have a look at fridges, freestanding ovens and cooktops, dishwashers, all that crap. Oh, worst 2 hours of my life. Anyways, we're back. It's Friday Arvo, the workers are gone home. It's a long weekend, so they'll be back next Tuesday. But let's have a quick look at where we're up to. They ran out of that wrap, so if you're wondering what this different colour flooring thing is, that's just a different protective wrap because they ran out, so had to bring in a little bit more that they had. That's the study there, somewhat framed up, which is named a study on the plan, but that will be Zeph's bedroom. And then that's the start of the lounge room. So there'll be lounge room, living room, kitchen. Where you got all your bigger blue structural timbers, that's where your windows will be. So big window there, window, and then that's Zeph's 2 windows there. So upstairs, you might have noticed, quite high. We've gone for high ceilings upstairs. So I believe a standard ceiling is 2.4 and these are 2.75 or something. It's about 350 mil higher than a normal ceiling. So it'll hopefully help it make feel a whole lot bigger up here. How you liking it all coming together? You happy with it?
Yeah, it's kind of like weird that this is going to be our house. The ceilings are like so high.
Yeah, it's do we make the ceilings too big? You are only about 4 foot.
Is that window like okay?
Yeah, the window's pretty high. Anyways, long weekend. We'll see you guys Tuesday. Next plan of action. It's not Tuesday yet, but next plan of action, late Friday afternoon. Bike ride. Zeph's back there somewhere. Demi's up there. Is going for a ride around all these display homes, because I feel like it's a nightmare when you're in the shops. You just got samples trying to work out what matches and doesn't work. Match, not match. So we figure we'd just come some of these display homes and have a look at like this colour schemes and designs and all that and see if we can work something out. It's Tuesday, we're back after the long weekend. The boys are here, they are into it. There's a little bit of showery stuff around today, which is a little bit annoying, but they just keep on going with framing. So build all your walls on the ground, stand them up, nail them down. Hopefully by the end of today, we'll have all the bedrooms, living areas, kitchen, all that framed up.
Well, listen, I got something up on my mind, and I think it's time that we talk. There's too many interlopers that are showing up, and some of them deserve second thoughts. Cause when the past makes you wanna die a little.
Unfortunately, the day did not go to plan and the boys only got about half the framing done. We had a few heavy showers come through and had to spend a large chunk of time tarping and trying to keep water from going down into the house. It's another day back on the home renos. Yesterday ended up a little bit of a shit show with 2-3 heavy showers that came through and just really screwed things up for the builders. So they weren't meant to have this all framed up and finished, but they're only about halfway done just because they spent probably over half the day trying to stop water going down into our house with these showers that were coming through. So the issue is where they're building the new area, and then you can see in here you got our old roof. Down here is straight down into our house, into like the bathroom and a couple of the bedrooms. So if they get water going down in there, it's leaking down our roofs and into our bedrooms, which is obviously a major problem. So as these showers are coming through, it was like just trying to pour down in the middle there, and that's why they're having to quickly, constantly tarp all this up and try and cover this area up. The next few days, the next like week is meant to be the same, just on and off showers. You can see out there today's a bit of clear blue sky, but there's also a bunch of dark clouds out there too. This is just a losing battle. Instead of building, they're constantly trying to keep rain out of the house, so change of tactics. What they're going to prioritize now is ripping the rest of those tiles and roof off, plying down that end, and then wrapping it all and like plying and wrapping through that crossover section there as well, and try and get that all properly weatherproofed, and then they can keep building down here, and if it rains, it's not like a huge panic to try and cover up the house. Unfortunately, the wrap they need is in Sydney because Lake and TJ, Demi's brothers, are doing the roofing for this whole house, and they have all the materials down there. Meaning Demi's left at 5:30 this morning to drive about 8-hour return drive to Sydney today to pick up the wrap. So then she'll bring that back, and then once that's back, they can proceed with that new waterproofing plan. So for the moment though, while we are waiting for that wrap to arrive, they're just gonna try and keep that covered up, protected as best they can, and then probably keep going with some framing here today and hopefully get most of it framed out, and then tomorrow do that full protection plan. And then all this ply too the whole house, walls, roof, everything has to get completely plied like that and then wrapped. Because Lake and TJ Demi's brothers are doing a standing seam cladding and roofing. It's like a fancy roofing, and they need the ply to attach the roofing to. So normally you wouldn't completely ply a whole house like that. So you'd have frame and then ply and then weather waterproof wrap around the whole thing and then roofing over that. So Demi was en route to Sydney to pick up the wrap, but back home the sun was shining for the moment, so the builders were hooking in, trying to get the rest of the framing done whilst waiting for the wrap.
We've made it.
It's me, Mario.
Hi, there it is, what we need to not flood. Just letting him do all the work since I drove all the way to Sydney. I'll just take roofing.
So you came all the way to get this because we only use the best in the house. You got to come for the good stuff.
I didn't want scabby stuff. I am the best of the best of the best, as we all know.
That's why you get that.
And that's why we got this. Got the goods, and now for the drive home. Yay.
Demi had the wrap and was on her way back. All the frames for the upstairs rooms were up now, and the builders could go around making sure everything was level, plumb, and exactly where it should be. That's the best bubble I've ever seen. As well as making sure everything was level, a couple of the builders were beginning the plying. This is what the wrap will go over. Demi's back from an 8-hour drive to Sydney. She's got a bunch of these wraps. That's not all of them, but it's enough to cover what they need to do. How was your 8-hour return drive?
I was just blasting on a save the whole way, like on repeat. I repeated his album like 4 times. And I also want it thicker, and I also want this edge curved, unless it becomes too expensive, because we're all about budget over here. But if it can't have curve, then I want waterfall. So either way, your budget's blown.
So the next dilemma for the afternoon is...
Can't have anything I want, so...
Yeah, the usual. It's me who's spending the money, and her...
That's me who's spending the money.
You're
the making of it.
Yeah. So me who actually has to have the money, you who just wants to spend money and no idea where it comes from. Anyways, this afternoon's issue is the electrician's coming tomorrow. He needs to set all the power up for the kitchen, so he needs to know what setup we want. Gas, induction, how many ovens, how big an oven, all that stuff. So, what did we decide on? She forgot.
2 60cm ovens.
We were originally thinking gas, but we don't have any gas at the property here, and all the research Demi's been doing, apparently induction's the way to go these days. So we're just going to go induction cooktop. We're going to go a 90cm or 900mm one, and then we were thinking a big 900mm oven, but I think we changed our mind to 2 600mm ovens.
Built into the cabinetry.
Yeah.
Not freestanding.
So basically we're going to have a big island bench there, and then 5-burner induction cooktop on that wall there, and then there we'll have 2 600mm ovens. That's obviously the butler's pantry, that's the fridge. But yeah, just you have to like work everything out as you go. Like basically every day we sort of have to be here making decisions and deciding on where things are going to go and what's happening.
So if we get an 1870.
With the first section of ply down, time to cover it with the wrap.
You right or what?
That's squeezy, mate.
Oh, quick call! Oh, quick on! Class 4 vamping from minimal membrane. Look at that. That's good. That is nice. You know what? White line. Oh, I know where the white line is. Thick stuff, hey?
Yeah, it's pretty good to use.
I mean, oh, we would have. Nah. Just wait. Look at that.
Hard to get rid of that.
Oh, Daniela. Oh, yeah, look at this.
Yeah, this is the way to do it.
This is the way to do it.
This is the way to do
Wait,
it.
hey, I reckon we go one in the middle. Oh, what? Oh, this middle section's the best, and I didn't have any help. Oh, what was I doing? You were down your end, you dope. That is impressive. That was pretty good, eh? Sure.
That's the first section of that wrap done. It looks pretty nice. Volcano Construction Products. Heavy duty, breathable, UV resistant, watertight. So that'll seal everything in underneath it. They were losing light today, so they didn't get time to do heaps, but at least that's sealed up this area, water coming in through the house down there. And they've just pulled that tarp section back over there. And then the plan is they're going to be here early tomorrow morning. It's meant to be rain coming tomorrow afternoon, so they're going to try and get it all done before then. They're going to rip the rest of these tiles off, ply and wrap this whole section and sort of connect it into the walls of the new section like they've done there. So then they'll just make the rest of that house watertight and they won't be mucking around with the tarps anymore. Overall though, much more successful day than yesterday. This is all our rooms in that framed up now. Spent a bit of time there getting them all level and plumb. So I'd say tomorrow and probably Friday will just be plying, watertighting, wrapping everything. And then next week they'll start with the roof trusses. And once the roof trusses are on, they can get the windows in and then ply and wrap this whole section. And then we can do plumbing, electrical, all that in the walls. Then start doing gyprock, be coming together fast. What do we got?
So they're the drawers.
It's another day at the house reno. The weather isn't looking the best today, unfortunately. There was a few spits before. We sort of got a bit of blue sky up there, but then a fair few dark clouds that way. So they're just making a decision whether they do or don't strip this roof, because that's above all our bedrooms and the complete end of the house, but they really want to get it done because there's just more rain coming. So if they can like squeeze it in this morning, strip it, ply it, wrap it, then they forget about it for the rest of the job, like it's done. The decision was made to hook in and try and beat this incoming weather. They would just do it section by section, not try and do the whole roof at once. You guys know the drill. Tiles off, new roof battens they could attach the ply to, ply down, and then the wrap, and she's all sealed up and ready for the roof. First section was done, no rain yet. Let's move on to the second.
Oh, Gaz up on the shoulder, look at this. Shot put. Oh, yeah, he tried to call me back. Keep that up, you'll be able to pass him one time. Oh yeah, that. Come on. Oh, she's warm, eh? Is that good? Not bad.
I'd head out yesterday afternoon, so I didn't film them finishing off, but they just finished this section here. So that's been plied and wrapped, and then they just got this section here to go. But before they do that last section this morning, so same thing, just rip the tiles off, put the battens down, ply it, wrap it. The crane has arrived, and the crane is lifting one final steel beam up onto the roof there somewhere that they need, and then it is lifting all the roof trusses up there for them too. Is that pretty cool, Zevi?
Mm-hmm. Why is it going so high?
There's a big crane here today.
Why is it
And the electrician was here as well. I got a couple of shots that he ran cables through the roof up into our second story there. He needed to run the 3 main cables for the kitchen, which is for our 2 ovens and our induction cooktop. So I needed to get them in now before that gets filled in, otherwise it's a pain in the ass to do later.
I just deleted most of the gens. What?
Stoked this weather was holding off. We were making some serious progress now.
Mary is my best friend. She makes me my tea. She lets me stay around her place when there's nowhere else to be. There's nothing in her bedroom, just a bed and a TV.
I was out again for the Arvo, so couldn't film too much, but yeah, after that crane got up all that materials up on the roof and that ready for next week, they just finished off that section there, whatever they do, the wood, the ply, and then that fancy wrap. So that whole end of the house now is ready for roofing and all fully sealed and waterproofed, and they've sealed it up into the 2-story section there now, so any more rain coming our way should be like pretty safe under there now. Birdo's been away for the last few weeks, so it's sort of work that we've been able to take over the shed while they've been right in the middle of this, which is timed in really well. But next week we'll be able to move our stuff back into all this area. It's a bit dark in here now, but obviously it's not sheeted or walled or anything, but they've, you know, all the floor systems in, they've finished construction under here, so we'll be able to move our stuff back in there and free up this shed for Birdo because he's back next week, so that'll be good. Demi's out at the moment, so she can't show you herself, but every day we get like 9 different samples turn up in the mail. She's been piecing this house together bit by bit, but she's got here, I think this is the colour scheme that she's looking at going for. So we're getting this sheer curtains upstairs. She got like a laminate natural walnut. That's like going to be our flooring. That's an engineered timber, but engineered timber is pretty expensive, outside our budget, so I think we're just going to go vinyl planking but in a similar colour to that. I don't know what this is that the wall colour maybe? I don't know. And then that's going to be our kitchen bench top Taj Mahal. But with all these materials, you know, it's obviously going to come down to costs as well, but that's going to be the rough idea. If some of those materials are outside the budget, we'll just try and roughly stick to that colour scheme. But yeah, it's all happening. It's exciting. She's coming together. Next week they'll be getting the roof trusses on and moving forward with it all. So I'll finish up the episode there. See you guys in the next one.